Welcome to my video lecture series in web development using Vue.js. This is Professor Janice Raymond Tan from the College of Computing and Engineering.
For this video lecture, we will cover the topics about class and style binding. Throughout this video, we will discuss class and style binding, binding HTML classes, and binding inline styles. Class and style binding. Most commonly, we need data binding when manipulating an element's class list and its inline styles. Because both of them are attributes, we can use the vbind directive to handle them. Here our expressions calculate only the final strings. A common need for data binding is manipulating an element's class list and its inline styles. Since they are both attributes, we can use vbind to handle them. We only need to calculate final string with our expressions. However, meddling with string concatenation is annoying and error-prone. For this reason, Vue provides special enhancements when vbind is used with class and style. In addition to strings, the expressions can also evaluate to objects or arrays. Binding HTML classes. We can pass an object to vbind class to dynamically toggle classes. The given syntax means the presence of the active class will be determined by the truthiness of the data property is active by toggling the checkbox. That is why we use the vmodel and assign its active data property to the checkbox. You can have multiple classes toggled by having more fields in the object. In addition, the vbind class directive can also coexist with plain class attribute as shown in the given syntax. In the given code, we have static, active, and danger as the classes defined in our style.css. Is active and has error are the properties of the data model defined inside our Vue instance, equivalent to false, which are both set in the vmodel of the two checkboxes so that we can toggle the values of is active and has error. Notice that in the div inside our HTML, we assign static as the default class, while active and danger class will only be applied when once the user checks and unchecks the checkboxes. Output 1 shows that if both active and has error is equal to false, static class will be displayed having or applied having yellow as the background color. Output 2 shows that putting a check to the change colors checkbox will set is active to true, therefore applying active class, which sets the font color to hashtag EEE and background color to hashtag 444. Lastly, output 3 shows that when is active or has error changes, the class list will be updated accordingly. For example, if has error becomes true, the class list will become static, active, text, danger. The bound object doesn't have to be inline as shown in the object in the data property model, which also produced the same output as the previous example. We can also bind to a computed property that returns an object as shown in the object as a computed property syntax. This is a common and powerful pattern. We can pass an array to vbind class to apply a list of classes. The given syntax applies both active and text danger class in the div since both of the classes are defined as the elements of the array syntax inside the vbind class. If you would like to also toggle a class in the list conditionally, you can do it in a ternary expression as shown in the given syntax. This will always apply error class but will only apply active class when is active is truthy, since we use a ternary operator in knowing what will be the value of is active data model property. Binding inline styles. The object syntax for vbind style is pretty straightforward. It looks almost like CSS, except it's a JavaScript object. You can use either camel case or kebab case. Use quotes with kebab case for the CSS property names. In the given example, we are able to bind the values from the active color and font size data model property as the values of the color and font size attribute of the div inside the HTML file using the vbind style. It is often a good idea to bind to a style object directly so that the template is cleaner. In the given example, we define style object as a data model property that contains a definition of our inline style to be applied in the div inside the HTML file. By doing this, we can achieve a much cleaner look compared to the previous example since using this syntax, we can define multiple style attributes without sacrificing the readability of the HTML code of our HTML file. The array syntax for vbind style allows you to apply multiple style objects to the same element. So this is binding inline styles. In the given example, we defined font style and border style as a data model properties that contains the definitions of our inline style to be applied in the div inside the HTML file. By doing this, we can apply multiple style objects to the same element, and we can also achieve a cleaner code. In summary, we could say that we need data binding when manipulating an element's class list and its inline styles. Vue provides special enhancements when vbind is used with the class and the style. We can bind HTML classes and inline styles using the object and array syntax. For this lesson's activity, create a simple web application using Vue.js that will satisfy the requirements of the given problem in the last part of the lecture notes for week 8 as uploaded in our MS Teams. Use your answer in week 5 as a starting code for this activity. Post the link of your working code in the week 8 channel of our MS Teams using your account created in the given link. That's it for now. Thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed this video. For inquiries, feel free to post your questions in our group chat. In our next video, we will discuss all about computed properties. Don't forget to visit the links in the references section for more information about this lesson. See you in the next video.